Hello, hello. Ah, that's working. Cool. Now, why don't I have sound? Okay, so now it's working, right? Yes. Hello. Whew. I'm still not on focus. Okay. So focus is working. Maybe it's just the exposition. That's working too. Everything is broken. Damn it. Because the music is too loud. I'm afraid the music will be too loud. I'm not on focus.
Bonjour. Hi.
Hey! Tête d'ampoule! How are you? How are you?
Yay!
Happy New Year! I changed my camera setting. Like I wipe out the PC before the holidays, and this morning I swipe. This camera is better, but now the result is worse. It's bad. Oh man. Maybe it's my glasses. No, like I'm blur. I'm like that's not clean. Thank you. I'm happy to see you there too. You know what? This morning I was a little bit stressed about, not stressed, but you know, it's been what, 2 weeks I didn't stream. Yeah, I was kind of worried. Something like that. Oh. Yeah, so today it's stream 151.
Bonjour. Hi.
Hey, Belladas! Hello! Ah, old friends are there. That's nice. What are we doing today? I think we'll be doing some .NET.
Bonjour.
Working
Hi.
on the hey C# rocks. Hello, welcome aboard. I think I will go and work on the tiny Blazor admin website. I did a version using the same code, so we could work on the statistics. Like I'm lagging. It's incredible. Let me check something. Now I'm not lagging anymore. Ah, that's a little bit better, right? So yeah, Tiny Blazor Admin website using Syncfusion, Blazor, grid and chart. Yes, it's less blurry. I will need to check. There's configuration and I probably forgot, but like it was working on the other one. I don't know. And like everything was tiny, so or maybe it's in 4K. I don't know. No, 4K should be bigger. Changing camera before stream? Yeah, not my best idea. Oh, before I forget, I finally got the mail you sent me. Ah, excellent. Excellent. Awesome. So I think now it's everyone who got that. Was it you? I forgot. I forgot one person. I think it was you. I'm not sure anymore. Like, I did all my packaging and stuff, and I was like, why I still have one envelope? And I was like, well, maybe I buy one extra, or like, you know, when... I said, well, you know, I will have it for next time. And it was you? Okay, cool. Excellent. And yeah, cool, awesome. Okay. So yeah, I need to save this file, and after that we'll be able to start. CB will be complaining soon. Though, he didn't chat much, CB, right? Oh no, yeah, now it's every 15 minutes. Because Mr. Jason was complaining. Okay, so save file. We want to put that in the post. I have a few things to share today also. That will be cool. Yeah, so today we are 2021-01-06-stream 151. And we'll call that Tiny Blazor Admin. There it is. Okay. Boom. Swing. So let's start this. Start Tiny Blazor Admin. Boom. Let's run the intro. Oh, does my introduction works? Let's try. I'm lagging again. It's really strange. Hello, hello. You cannot hear me? Oh, on the other scene. Here you should be able to hear me, right? I see the bars. Because the music is too loud. All my setup are screwed up. Yeah, the other scene, but the other scene, like, I don't want to, like, everything, I want to change it, but, you know what? It was the holidays, and I had planned tons of work, and at the end I'll say, you know what? Let's just chill and do nothing, kind of resource, get refreshed, and I really enjoyed it, Though I work a little bit because I like to code and do things, so I did, and I didn't stream because I wanted to be in my bubble, and just like first I was like, oh, maybe I should open a Discord channel, just like if people want to talk or join or whatever. And at the end I was like, yeah, you know what? No, like I just want to be by myself and do things, and it was good. But I miss you. This morning I was worried because you know, it's still you expose yourself when you stream. But I'm happy now that I see like a few regulars are there, so very nice to see you. Hills come in, maybe. No, I think the hills come in. I need to show up. I need to and it was in this scene, I think, and I need to display them, I think. Yeah, look.
Bonjour. Hi.
Whoa! Cold Witch on! Hello! Hill rolling. Yeah, so now I think if you do the hill rolling, it will work. I'm assuming you... Yeah. Yeah, 30 seconds. Who is that? Tête d'allumette? You're barely in the screen, just jump over. I'm lagging so much. Anyway, guys, let's just go here. I don't know why I'm... Do you see me like all choppy? I'm so choppy in my screen. Okay, so the plan, like, yeah, okay, so I want to do a little start. It's the first time of the year. Welcome to the stream. This stream now, I will rebrand everything maybe this week. Like, I won't say any date because I don't want to have too much pressure. Trying to work better, work less, work better, and do different things. So I want to rebrand all that overlay and stuff. It will be called Behind My Cloud, because I share a bunch of video and everything, and those video are always very polished, very like structure and everything. And here, that's the lab. That's where we play. So it's kind of the behind the scenes. But since my stuff is always cloud and Azure and things, and like we are heavy cloud, and I like that, so I thought Behind My Cloud. And it also match a YouTube channel that I have where I archive everything. So yeah, so that will be one thing. Hopefully that come soon, because as we can see that right now it's kind of broken. Like everything, it's not the best look, I feel. So we need to fix that. Yeah, I don't know why the camera is... I swap camera, maybe, yeah, but now if I do that, yeah, so for today will be a little bit, I forgot the name of that character. It was a Coca-Cola announce, and they're using it now in Wasteland 3. Anyway, I'm being squirreled. Sorry for the lag. What will stay like that today? I need to play my camera configuration, find out what I did wrong. So yeah, so I'm Frank Boucher, I'm a Microsoft Cloud Advocate, and this is my playground. This is where we learn stuff, where we have fun, where we chill, where we experiment. It's a very safe place to ask all your questions. There's no stupid question except if you don't ask them, because then you will never know the answer. I'm part of the live coders, so this is what I'm displaying here.
Yay!
in the screen just above my head, there's CB or chatbot. So he's tracking when you play. When you play the game, he's tracking what you do. You can at any time do the command times to add timestamp. So we'll do that right now. Say show and tell. So now I'm adding like a timestamp in the next when I will be archiving the stuff. Hey, Happy New Year, Shirley Dev. Nice to see you. Exactly. There's no stupid question. Like, you need to ask the question. Like, if you don't ask, then I don't want to say it, but you're the stupid one because, you know, you didn't ask. But I didn't say that, right? So yeah, so part of the Live Coders, if you don't know them, it's a fantastic team on Twitch. They stream in many different languages, tech. There's a lot of them always streaming. You could find them at livecoders with a s.dev, and you have the list of everyone, and you have a heat map if you want to know where is it. The heat map, it's here. Heat map, you click there, and like you have, but there's white spot because it was the holidays. Pretty cool. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to do. The second thing I want to share is like all the notes are shared, right? Like everything about this stream is in a GitHub project. I don't know if you knew, but it's in the GitHub project called Stream Project, and I have everything over there. And I was maintaining all that, and like it's a lot of work to maintain and make sure like that no information is missing, and I'm not sure it received a lot of visits. So it was a lot of consuming time for little result. My point was, like, I do that for me primarily, and I'll also sometime maybe you find a chatbot and say, oh, how did he start? And you would like to see all the episode where I'm working on the chatbot or something like that. So I was hoping to have everything in there. What I did during the holiday, I changed that for a GitHub page. So it's still the same GitHub repository, but now it generates this website, so behind my cloud, just like I mentioned earlier. So on this website now you have like all the stream notes share with the YouTube video when it's available. So like all the archive will be available there by date. So always the more recent on the top. And if you want to see like this specific one, of course you could click on the title, or you could click the read more, and now you have like the timestamp, you have like the game result, the note, everything is uploaded there. Also, what I did is I created like, so you have the archive to see every episode that I took notes, because at the beginning I didn't took notes. I've been doing that for a while. It's a little bit scary. So now you have the archive. That's pretty cool. Another thing, I'm kind of proud of it. It's not done yet because I need to go back in all the file and change the things, but I have it by project. So I was trying to maintain that before, and it was very long. So now it's done automatically when I archive a project, and it's not 100% perfect. CB still need to do a little bit work for me for that to work, but we're getting there. So now you have it by project, so you have a little bit of information about the project and all the stream related to that project. So that's why I build CB to help me. It's fun, it's cool, we can play with him, but also I was looking to have a helper like a co-host, like doing the bad thing, like not the bad thing, but the boring thing, so I could focus and just have fun with you. So yeah, so all the show notes are there, and of course, like I still need to update a few of them because, like, I know subscription cleaner, I did more than one, so I need to tag all those. But yeah, so that's one thing, and of course they are available on the website, like I said. And about, what is it about again? Oh yeah, that's just my my stuff. But behind the cloud, that's the YouTube channel. So if you're not subscriber there yet, please do. Eventually, when I have 100, and now I'm just at 48. But when I'm at 100, I will have more stuff. I will be able to have a name. So yeah. And if you're not follower of this Twitch channel, please do. It's very nice. If you want to subscribe, that will also be very, very nice. But I know it costs money. But oh, what happened? A new subscriber, a new follower. I mean, thank you, Andy, for the following. It's awesome. Thank you. And if you want to follow, if you are Amazon Prime or something like that, it costs nothing, because I know subscription on Twitch costs money. But if you are Amazon Prime, it will cost nothing for you. You could just subscribe for 1 month or 2 months or whatever. You do whatever. You got one free subscription by month based on your Amazon Prime. I would like, this year, I would like to go up, at least for 1 month, up to 10 subscriber. It's kind of a goal, because it will unlock more emoticon, whatever, like the little emoji. Why, like, it's so hard to say. What's that word? Emoticon? Like the little icon you could put in the chat. So I want to unlock another one. That would be cool. Eventually I will do a special week or something, try to get more into that. But for today, the plan of the day is to work on Tiny Blazor Admin website. Voila. So let's add another time. Planning the work of the day. And we'll start the planning of the work of the day by, now that, you know, I'm getting a more normal temperature, because this morning I was having a lot of tech issue. So I was sweating. So I said, you know, if I take a coffee on top of that, will look like I'm in the shower. So now I have a nice cup of coffee. Cheers, everybody. Emote. Emoji. Emotes. Thank you. I don't know where I was with emoticon, but yeah, emote. Thank you, emoji, emote. So yeah, so eventually this year I would like to have another one unlock. So I know it required more subscriber, but I know it costs money, so I need to find a way to I'm always shy to ask for money. So okay, so plan of the day is to work on this Tiny Blazor admin website. What that project is, it's the UI, it's the admin website.
Bonjour.
Of
Hi.
the URL shortener. Stefan HY, how are you, my friend? Welcome aboard. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. I hope you had a great holidays, a time off, and you refilled your energy. So Tiny Blazor Admin, it's the admin website. It's in Blazor WebAssembly, so it costs nothing to host. It's the static website, but done in C#. And it's for managing our URL shortener when you want to create one, when you want to like see the statistics. And right now we are collecting information when people are clicking on the URL you created, but we don't display it. So I want to work on displaying a chart. So that's the project. So yeah. So if we go and get cracking and check this board, what we had. Thank you, Happy New Year as well. Saw your question regarding a V1 maintenance. Don't have a final answer yet. Yeah, okay, no problem. I just, like, I wanted to do it because you did a lot of work in that. I miss a lot of time. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should give you more permission in that repository, and you could, you know, make sure everything works and like create a version and everything and like do something. But like, yeah, maybe we could discuss. I don't want to make too much follow spot on you. It was just I need help because it's too much. I cannot maintain 2 versions of that tool. But I know you did a lot of thing in that version, so I don't want to drop it. So Tiny Blazor Admin website. So what we had? Oh, not a lot of stuff. So if we... So in progress, we are using the Syncfusion data grid and we're adding statistics. That's it. That's all I have. Okay. Okay, so let's open VS Code. Do I have it recent? No? Okay. Let's open VS Code. Control R. And now if I do admin, we'll need a function. If I'm not mistaken now, I'm running locally. So let me just go in another screen to check my my setting just to make sure I'm running locally. And if it's the case, then like I don't mind showing it. Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. Okay, yeah. I closed it. I create another project. How did I call that thing? Open Tiny Blazor Admin. Yeah. So that's the same project. It's really bad. I copy paste it instead of branching or do something like that. But this is, nope. It should be running locally. Okay, so now if I open a new one, so you know what, let's add a to-do. To-do, add, how did I call it again? Open, Cold is asking if Buchros have any advice on creating an Azure reserved instance on a VM. I'm not sure what you're asking for. Like it's good. Like creating, if you know. So Cold is referring to a reserved VM. So when you create a VM in Azure, you could just go there, say, hey, I want a VM. Create a VM and you trash it when you don't need it anymore. When you know, let's say it's a database server, a web server, something you know will stay up and running all the time. What you could do is reserved it, so it's a sign. And if you could even go further and say to Microsoft, you know what, for the next 2 years, that VM will stay up and running in that specific location, then you will save a lot of money. The more you could go and kind of promise that you will be using a VM of that type, like, and the more precise you are, you will save a lot of money. It could go to 30% or something like that. So it's a lot of money. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It's a great comment. So go do this. Yes, I will. Not today because I need to install something. But I just reboot my PC from a format, so still some things are missing. I will do that, I promise. You know what? I will take a note. See my note of the day. I know it's small, I will show you after. Whoops. So what's your first language? Goat duties. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Sorry if I'm not. Spanish. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I totally understand that. I'm French speaking. My primary language is French speaking. Hey TPD Gamer, welcome aboard! Welcome my friend, how are you? I hope you had a nice holiday and then you recharge yourself. Not that you need it, but we all need it at some point. Coldwood Sean, did I answer your question? I do my best to have a good English. Go do this. So thank you. I think I'm kind of an example for like the non-English speaking to go out and do their best to share anyway, even if they don't feel comfortable or if their English is not perfect. It's very hard. I do my best to learn more. I try to read. I try to watch TV. That's part of my day-to-day effort to become better in English. I want to have more vocabulary. And I think it's infused when I do my YouTube video and things like that, where I go slower, use a very simple vocabulary and stuff like that. Non-English, not how do you say that? Not native English speaker. Really appreciate that, and yeah, but it's hard. Yeah, 1 to 3 year commitment, and like if you go even more specific and you go and specify the location, you have a additional discount. Like the more precise you go, better the deal will be. And are you running with like a pay-as-you-go, or you're running with a CSP, a cloud solution provider? Pay-as-you-go, so that's the best you can have. If you go with a CSP, you could maybe have a little bit more stuff in it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, cloud solution provider, the CSP, are a reseller of Azure. They have many. I used to be working, before joining Microsoft, I was working at Lixar, and we were a cloud solution provider, so we are reselling Azure with a discount. And it's not like before enterprise agreement where you need to commit. It's just kind of a pay-as-you-go, but for enterprise. a lot of landing. That's awesome. And the benefit of that is you have help, and you should have also other service. So what could be good if you need, and that's for you to decide. I'm not saying like you should go that way. Just some cloud solution provider should offer other services that are not part of Azure. It could be help, support, like help and support. It should be like, it's kind of a mandatory, but it could be extra services. Maybe it's maintenance, maybe it's consulting, free consulting, few hours of free consulting and stuff like that. So by committing that thing, maybe they will say, you know what, like every year we'll help you to migrate your app, or like we'll make sure your VM is up to date. Like potentially you could have a little bit more by committing with them also. But you know, it's you need to shop. I see a few new, so Robert Tabers joined. Consuming app dev, software licensing, etc. Security audit. Yeah, a lot of stuff. It depends, and that's up to every cloud solution provider. But and like, yeah, they changed the rule to make it better for the end user. I was about to say more complicated, but honestly, I was very careful of my clients. But I know some were there only for the money. Of course, I was there to make money. You know, make my. It was not my company, so I want my boss to be happy. But I was really careful about the my clients. But I know it was not the case for everybody. Yeah, exactly. Are you working for yourself, Rubber Tables? I forgot. I think no, but I'm not sure. Feel free, like I'm totally fine. Like I don't think you're. It's an ad for Rubber Table, consultant for an agency. Okay. Sometimes when people ask questions like, yeah, but I don't want to answer, it will look like I'm pushing my services or my stuff, and I'm not. I'm just like, you know, that's my thing. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, okay. That's I always did consultant like that. I was never on my own. Yes, it is. It's been close to an hour and we didn't start working today. I was worried this morning. I was like, what if nobody show up? I'm happy that you all show up. I'm very happy, and now I'm getting emotional, so I will get back to coding. Okay. What I'm looking for. So that's my open stuff. I was looking for. Oh yeah, well, I'm looking for the. Why am that like that today? Thank you for being there. Azure function, that's what I want. So the open tiny Blazor Admin website, I want it to run with the local one. So what I will do, I will start that. So that's my Azure function. So it's the backend of our URL shortener. I will run it locally. And the reason why I want to run it locally is, though I already have it configured in the cloud, I want it locally so we could trace if anybody. Last time we played with the statistics, it was slow. I did some change. I will explain later during the vacation. I told you I didn't code and I coded, right? But at least there's 1 week I didn't touch my computer. Like, I didn't code because I was playing games. But no, I didn't code because I was playing game, but I opened my computer because I was playing game, but I never code. So let's run the Azure function. And we'll change the setting for the front end to use the local host. And I will show you what we have. So that's the address I want to put inside my configuration. And I don't like it's really dark. Let's put some color. So that should be what's happening. Thank you, Go Dutis, for the cheer of 100 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very appreciated. Thank you a lot. I promise. You didn't need to do that. I will do the caption. I'm sorry about that. It's just like, you know, when you reformat a PC, there's always a few things you forgot, and that's the one I forgot. I want purple. Something different? Yeah, could be that. Okay. Oh, I didn't start, right? Damn it. To do. So that one is done. No, like it was test, so it's still we're still on that one. Right? Okay, so that's my website. So let's run it, see if it works. Oh yeah, okay. So the major difference in that open version is that I don't care about security, and I did that version just so like to debug and stuff like that. We can do it very quickly. I have a meeting, I think it's tomorrow, with the AD team, Azure AD team, and I want to work a bunch of little video kind of tutorial with them. And one of the first one I want to suggest is, okay, how can we make it easy to debug for people? So when you put security on your app and stuff like that, how can you bypass, or like we need a quick way to be able to debug keeping the security. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to meet them. I think it's tomorrow, or maybe today. No, I think it's tomorrow. I think they say Thursday. They book me in my calendar. Okay, so that's the website over there. And I'm sorry again if you just joined. The camera is laggy. That's a new setup, not new PC, but I clean up my PC. It's a new camera, and the settings are not perfect. I need to spend time doing that. I thought it was perfect because I was using it on another PC, but apparently not. So that's why I'm kind of lagging. I'm very sorry about that. I will fix that hopefully for the stream on Friday. So that website here, let's zoom it a little bit. That's the interface of the Tiny Blazor admin website. You know what? I should have said that. I should have said, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm lagging. I'm coming back from vacation. So that's the interface of the admin website to manage your URL. And right now, I'm using... Okay, I need to remove that error message. You know what, let's maximize that. They gave me a license. I will put a free license for everybody to use inside that project. I didn't do it. So here, that's the previous grid I had, and here in the bottom, that's the and right now I'm running on my real database. I should have changed that. But at least we'll have some numbers. That's cool. So in the bottom, we have the grid I'm planning to use. So that's the Syncfusion grid. I should have, oh, you know what, like I should have had them, add them in the sponsor. They are kind of, it's not, yeah, they are. It's kind of a sponsorship. Sync. You know, they gave me a community license. What's wrong? Sync. Frank. Why can I type correctly? Nope, not that. Whew. Going to Blazor. So like that's the grid I'm using if you're interested. I know they have like, I'm using it for Blazor, but they have tools, visuals, so they build a bunch of tools for many different language and tech and stuff like that. Pretty cool, their stuff. And they gave me a community license. So I'm using it, and I explained to them that the project, I want everybody to be able to use it. So they agree, and I will put the license inside GitHub, so when you use this specific project, it will work. If you're using it in another project, then you will be illegal. Because I was worried about, you know, putting license in my GitHub repo. Okay, so here we have like few stop. The nice thing is there's paging, and now you could search, say, hey, okay, every time I say Azure, and it will filter, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. So now we have filters, because as you can see, like in my, this is my production database. I have a lot of links, so when I update, click link and stuff like that, it's very long. So this new grid will be much better. So that's for the grid. What we start working on last time was the click statistics, because of course we, like here I show like, okay, this one had 3 clicks, 2 clicks, 61 clicks and stuff like that. But we want to see in times, we want to see like, okay, I share a new blog post. I shared a blog post yesterday. Oh, Robert Table. I thought about you all weekend, not all weekend, and it's not because I was there's a let me try to translate that joke. It's in French. Say, when you say to someone you're thinking about, you say, yeah, I was picking up the garbage. But that's not why I was thinking about you. I did a CICD for my container, my chatbot that is running. It's in the container, and I was having issue because sometimes I'm running the container locally and I want to push it in Docker Hub, and sometimes like I want to push, it's not like, it's not finished, so it's not an official version. So I did a CICD to have like different version. So if we go in what is it, hub, and this is, so if you're interested to see the hub of my chatbot, I did an article about that also on Frankie's Notes, or dev.to/f Boucheros. And my plan was, I want 3 version kind of maintain. I want like the official version. So right now my version is like the stable, if you could say, is 0.3. I'm working on 0.4-beta. And hey, thank you for, okay, that's a subscriber on YouTube, I'm assuming. And the latest is also maintained. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the subscription. I'm assuming it's, let me check because I'm I will cry if like 2% just subscribe on my channel, on my Twitch channel like that I don't know. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Okay. Whew. So yeah. So, and my goal was, I want the official release, kind of the stable version, to be official, but I want a new image to be automatically built every time I commit in main, but I want them in beta. So I did that with 2 GitHub action. So I have 2 GitHub action. I have the release Docker image and I have the build Docker image. So the release is triggered when I push a release, right? When I create a new release, like it will, if like for example right now I am in v4, it's a draft, so I have the permission to see it. But if you go on my GitHub project, you won't be able to see it. And I should do like you won't be able to see this one. That's the beauty of it. So every time I just push to my GitHub main branch, it will use the draft release, add -beta, and push it to Docker Hub. So that's why here I have this version showing up, and that's the version I'm running right now. And when I will feel that there's enough feature, I tested it, like I'm sure it's working, I will be able to put publish that release. So that release will become official. It will then build and publish the new version, the new tag version 0.4, and update the latest, because latest is always the last stable version, not the last push version. So I was very happy to do that. If you want to see all the codes and everything, I share my little journey. I'm not the best one at Docker, I understand totally how awesome it is and everything. I try to use it from time to time. So that's the post. It's mostly what I just told you, though I explain how I did it with like the YAML code and stuff like that. So yeah, I was happy. So that's why I thought about you, because I was doing containers. I know it's simple, but it works. So, you know, you're not doing project usually because it's complex. You're doing it because you need to do a job. So I was happy it was doing exactly what I wanted. I'm always thinking of you then. About you, not of you. Sorry. Yeah, so sorry, I'm reading the chat now. Yeah, okay, so yeah, GitHub action for that, and yeah, it's all open source, it's all there. I did the little blog post, kind of a reminder for myself. That's how I start, by the way. If you don't know me, that's how I start blogging. I was blogging on a wiki file on a USB drive, taking notes of my stuff, and I was doing it in English because I was trying to write in English, and I was doing my reading notes, and back in long time ago, and eventually I put that online, and I start having a little bit more complex stuff because I don't know, I was configuring my Ubuntu machine and I found that feature interesting, and before I forgot, I kind of wrote the how to do that for myself, and that's how I started blogging, and that's how I became an Azure Microsoft MVP, and that's how I became a Microsoft employee. There's a little bit more than that, but that was the beginning of the story. So now, moment of truth. That's what I do too. Basically take notes. Yeah. Initially, I didn't want to share it to anybody because I was shy, of course. My English was really bad. I need to check exactly how many years. I think it's about probably 10 years now. Before that, I couldn't speak English. So like I was starting, but like if writing one sentence was so hard. So it was an exercise. So I didn't want to put it. That's why I was running it in a USB stick. So while I was in the bus, I had like a super tiny laptop. So I could, like I was running it locally, I think, and save it on the USB. I forgot like how exactly it was. I think it was on OneDrive. I forgot how it was save and copy at different places, but it was maintained by syncing a file. And at some point I thought, it's painful. Let's put it somewhere online. And I did it. And eventually people were, when they came at my desk asking me questions, I was looking at that thing, at that website without domain. Let me just... at that website, and we're like, hey, what's that website? Can you share the link? And eventually I put the domain on that. I forgot. You should have written a blog post about it. About what? About what, Robert Table? So now let's go check the statistics, and it crashed. But I think I know where it crashed. So let's try to fix that. I changed the result. So if we go open Insomnia, how you had a thumb drive thing set up. Oof, that's a long time ago. But today I think people should just do it through a web. Like it's so easy, just have a website. And that's why Frankie's Note is running on Blogger, because I had my Gmail account and it was easy, and now I'm just worried because I have like so many blog posts, and I'm like exporting that, like it's all there. I don't want to miss anything, and I want to screw up something.
Yay!
Stefan, you land. Congrats. I need to do more CB. I want to do a CB to welcome followers or subscriber with a different animation. I need to do some other animation. Best score of the year. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah, so I changed a little bit the structure. If I do... So before it was, this was, can I zoom that? Is that readable in your screen? Oh, cannot go bigger. So before, this was the kind of the output, right? So it was a click stat list, and then it was the time with the row key, and like we were counting like the partition key 29. So like for every 29, I was doing an aggregation. But I was doing that on the client side, and I thought like, hey, I'm running in the client, and maybe I will be parsing like tons of data. So I should parse that on the scale, like the scalable part of my app, meaning Azure Function. So I did a new function that I called URL click stat by date. It's an awful name because naming is hard, people. Cloudies. So yeah, so if we try that, it returns... Oh yeah, because now I need to do this. So now... Okay. So now when you ask the statistic by day, you go for a specific URL, right? You're asking, I want to see the statistics by day for a specific URL. So now what I do is I group by day the clicks. So we could say that this URL 29 on the 2020 on May the 19th got 92 clicks, probably when I did the event or shared a video or something like that. And after that, you know, like there's a few clicks coming in every once in a while. So I'm expecting to see like a big spike and then like a kind of a flat line or barely some activities. And what I did, if we look into the Azure function, that's not the Azure function, that's the stream nodes. Where is the Azure function? Azure function are here. If we look to the code of the Azure function, so now I have this new function here. And I just, so same thing, like I bypass the security on my version. So I did that function. This theme is super nice, but the comments are really dark. Can you see that? It is dark, eh? Though I like everything else about that. The comments could be just a little bit more pop, though. Let's add a time log. So showing new function stats by day. And by the way, the time command, you can run it too if you want to add, if you think there's a, like, it will create a marker when I export the YouTube, like the archive will go on YouTube. It will create a segment into the YouTube timeline. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's say you go here, we'll cut. So see how there's some segment, and now you see the title here is setting things up, and there's another segment here, and another one here, and another one probably further down. So that's when you create the times with the text will be displayed. So CB is taking care of that. So what I did is when I retrieve the information inside my Azure function, so this is the code for the Azure function, I get the stats and just group them. So I group by, and I group them by date, and just with the, what? Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. My USB decided that no, it was the USB. Just like, maybe it's getting hot. I don't know. Well, yeah, I was assuming it was that, so I kind of knew. I was hearing the, you know, the USB sound that it does when it connect or disconnect. So I knew it was USB related. So yeah, so in the code here, I just do a group by with the date, and I return the date click and the count. Because honestly, I don't care about anything else, I just care about that. And I parse that, of course, by date, so I could have, like, it will be easier to display a timeline. So now, this is my Azure function. So now if we go, inside this bad boy, and we'll go in the page statistic. I'm assuming I'm just like calling like the wrong function or something, so we'll fix that. I thought I fixed that already, but let's see. Pages, statistics. I should have checked the error message. Maybe it was completely something different. Because I thought, oh yeah, so X value, Y value. Yeah, I need to change that. No, I create this and this, but no, that's comment. So X value is date, so yeah, it should be working. 29. Let's remove that part.
Bonjour. Hi.
Fragbird! Fragbird! I'm kind of too happy to see. I should, pace myself. Hi, Fragbird. How are you? Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I'm happy. Very happy. Thank you all to show up this morning. It's really nice. Very appreciated. I know, Fragbird, I think this year is your year. Like, if I do a version, if username is Fragbird, make it happen. But that's still InstaFluff version. But eventually, we'll get there. Maybe we can work together on a project, fix that. Yeah, okay. So why it was not working? InstaFluff. Yeah, like the cloud stuff, that was InstaFluff. I didn't do it. I just like a lot the clouds in that thing. Well, the game too, but the clouds. The clouds are awesome. I would like to have the clouds up there all the time. So yeah, so why it's not working? Okay, let's put a breakpoint. Let's put a few breakpoints. Maybe it's this thing. I think I didn't play the game today. I shouldn't. Drop. I see Baby Yoda. I'm watching the Clone Wars series on Disney Plus. I have like a 1 month free subscription, so I did rewatch all the Star Wars, and now I'm in the Star Wars Clone Wars. It's cartoon, but it's really good. I didn't remember where I was, so I started from season 1, episode 1, and it's good. Congrats! High score, new high score. Are you on the final season? I'm still season 1, episode, I forgot, 15?
Yay!
It's good. I like it though. Okay, so let's rerun that, and we'll open the console to track. So I will just move these. This is the blue one. That's the Azure function. Blue for Azure function, Azure. So I will just move it in the other screen. We don't need that anymore, and like it will be less windows on my even my notes. I could move it here. So now Visual Studio, okay, so now it's running. So if I go here, what's the error? Whoa! The rendering. Can you be bigger? This is There it is. Syncfusion doesn't have a property matching allow paging. What? I put allow paging on my chart. Oh, I need one maybe? What? Syncfusion Blazor chart does not have a property matching allow paging. Allow paging. Sorry for my bad English. Oh. Yeah, I put that.
Yay!
Oh, that's awesome! Shirley Dev, did you do something every time Fragbird land? This is awesome! English is my only language, and I'm still bad at it. Well, like if I could look like the Statue of Liberty with that thing. Like this. Okay, so I had this. Okay, so let's stop it and let's restart it. Oh, I didn't stop it correctly. Open the terminal. I will crash the terminal. Okay. I had a bit of sturdiness to my butt to tell each time Fragbird target. It's awesome, Shirley Dev. I love it. It's super cool. Debugging hotkey Shift-Alt-D. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I will need to okay, so does this work? Cool, so let's clear the console. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, okay, it's working. So now if I go click statistics, throttle, yeah, I think it's in the okay, like I uncomment the thing and I shouldn't, I think. So let's close this thing here. I uncomment this. Let's put it back in comment. I'm not sure why I did comment that. I think when I forgot. Whoa, there's a lot of happening. I really did until it happened just then. That's cool. Okay, so let's remove this. So clicking history, I assign clicking, I create a new list, but it's empty. And then I assign it here, so it should work. Some data, blah blah blah, width 2, it's a line. But interval is days. I think it was working, so I'm surprised. So maybe it was just that. So we'll, I remove this. Let's run it again. This time we'll wait until the page is running. Cool. So now I will add the debugging tools. And I will, that's interesting. I will go in statistics. Cannot read the property throttle. Maybe I need to update my stuff. Unhandle exception rendering component cannot read property throttles. Did I have throttles written somewhere in my page? Assuming no. Okay, so it's really in the JavaScript. I know I updated my version. I'm not referring. Oh yeah, okay. Syncfusion, Blazor charts. It's there. No, I want the full error message. It's between the Blazor and the Syncfusion. Oh no. If we go in my project, I'm running version 5. Syncfusion is this one. WebAssembly is this. Oh yeah, should to do one to do done one, and we should add another. Oh, like that's a wrap up, right? Damn it. So let's check the score for today. Who is our winner? Fragbird, you're kind of up there. Copperbird. It's pretty cool. Congrats to all the viewer. Thank you for the new follower. Thank you for the bits that I receive. I need to stop this. Now you need to filter out all the Shirley butts. Oh, you mean in the stats? Well, you know, write your own butts. There's a lot of butts, but I like it. It's a lot of activity. It's a little bit harder to read in the chat, but I like that. Yeah, let's find who do we raid. Who is streaming today? Lana. Oh, she's coding. Let's see Lana looks. It's been a while. And yeah, so hopefully am I still frozen? No, I'm not frozen. So hopefully we'll have the time to fix all the glitches on the UI, the overlay, and I will see you on Friday, where I think Jason will join me and we will continue to work on our game learning, Node, and React. So join us, and TypeScript. So join us over there. It will be cool. Same hour, but on Friday. Have a good week, Cloudies. Bye-bye.